Okay, a difference quotient. What does difference mean in math? Subtract. What does quotient mean? Divide. So a difference quotient is a difference in the numerator, and then the whole thing is a quotient, right? Why does it say that h does not equal 0? Right, because you would not want to divide by 0. Now, we will be using difference quotients by the end of the class, especially in the last chapter. It's a really big part, and it's exactly what you start out calculus with, is dealing with difference quotients. I think the reason why they have it here is because largely it's an exercise in evaluating functions, because you are going to have to find specifically this f of x plus h is usually where we really get hung up doing difference quotients. So we started early, and we'll see it again later in the class, right? But evaluating is difficult sometimes. So the next example, this example 9 says find the difference quotient. Find the difference quotient if the function equals negative 2x plus 4. So if it's me and I'm doing this problem, I would write down the difference quotient. F of x plus h minus f of x over h. Okay. The first thing I need to do is find f of x plus h. Okay, remember, how do you find f of x plus h? No. Plug in what? Where? No. Plug in x plus h in the place of x. Right? Whatever's in here, you put in the place of x. So this is negative 2 times x plus h plus 4. And that is simplified as negative 2x minus 2h plus 4. So it's always that step of finding f of x plus h where we stumble. Okay, now, in the difference quotient, I need to subtract f of x. So minus f of x. Okay, but f of x is given to us here. So we're just rewriting this. Right? Negative 2x plus 4. So f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, now subtract. What is negative 2x minus negative 2x? Wrong. They cancel. Negative 2x minus a negative 2x is like negative 2x plus 2x, which is 0. Okay, negative 2h. Okay, what is 4 minus 4? 0. They cancel. Okay, it'll always be the case when you do a difference quotient that when you do this step here, every term that doesn't have h in it should cancel. Every term that doesn't have h. So since the negative 2x and the 4 didn't have h in them, they cancel. Okay, now we have to take the... What's that? No, it had a minus 2h. Negative times h is negative 2h. Negative 2h. Okay, now when I divide by h, what do I get? Look over here. The h's cancel, and it's just negative 2. Okay, well, look at this equation we started with, right? That's a straight line, mx plus b. Right? What did negative 2 mean for that equation? What is it? It's the slope. So when you take the difference quotient, essentially what you're doing is you're finding the slope of the function that you started with. We didn't need to take a difference quotient to find the slope. We could have looked at the line and told you it's negative 2. It's always the same thing. But in calculus, every function we get is not a straight line. In fact, if it's a curved line, that means the slope is changing all the way along. So we need another function that will tell us the slope at any point. Okay, that function is called the derivative, and essentially it's the difference quotient. Yeah, just where's that? Here? Well, here, first what we did is we subtracted f of x plus h minus f of x. So I just wrote it down like that, because that's what that is. Right? And then I divided by the h. So this is the same thing. I was just recreating the difference quotient.